Hi, I'm CJ Altenberg with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Today we're going to go over a new 2021 Cimarron 3-horse Gooseneck. Now this is a setup that I'm a big fan of personally. It's a closet tack setup, and what we're going to do is we're going to walk you through, show you some kind of different options we put on this trailer. We typically have about 2 of these kind of on hand, on order at any time. This has become a really popular layout in a 3-horse and a 4-horse, and every once in a while we'll build this in a stock combo as well. But the trailer we're going to look at, again, I mentioned it's a 3-horse, it's a 2021. So what we've done is, compared to a standard 3-horse Gooseneck, we've really only gone in and added about 1.5 feet of length to this trailer. You know, a lot of our 3-horse Goosenecks will run either a 3.5 or a 4-foot short wall, and on this trailer here we have a 5-foot short wall. So we really haven't lengthened this trailer out by any means. So just a really good layout here. We'll walk you through it again. It's on the dimensions itself, it's 19.3 on the floor, it's 7'1" tall, it's 6'10" wide. Empty weight on the trailer is only about 4,800 pounds. So if you're wanting to run maybe a smaller half-ton pickup or something along those lines, you know, you can get along really well with this trailer. A lot of these eco diesels or those hybrid type trucks have more than enough capability to run these trailers. So again, we've gone in and added some stuff to this trailer. We'll walk you through it. One of the very first things that we've done underneath here is, instead of a manual hand crank jack, we opted to go ahead and put a electric over hydraulic jack on this. And the reason why is, kind of the track record on this trailer is about maybe every other trailer we were having customers upgrade to this. Our shop can go ahead and take off a manual jack, go ahead and put one of these electric over hydraulic jacks on there, and we just continue to see that happening. So we said, hey, let's just make sure one of these has it, that way it's kind of covered as well. So that's really nice from the standpoint of just push a button up and down. It's very responsive with it being electric over hydraulic. And again, it's just a button, so boy, it's really nice if you have some help and you're backing up underneath this trailer. Right when you're there, you can keep your foot on the brake and they can literally hit the button and drop it right down. When you have the hydraulic setup, you'll get a battery box, an aluminum battery box. On this one you have a single battery. Now this is going to change on the 22 models, but the battery disconnect is an option we add on here at Transwest whenever we do these, because we just feel like if you have this setup, it's really easy to turn that disconnect to off when you park this trailer. If you accidentally leave a light on, it's not going to drain that battery down. But on the 22 models, when those start coming off the line, that will be standard with this setup. A couple things we'll touch on before we jump in here is the gooseneck drop wall height. So from the bottom of this to the bottom of the box, industry standard is 50 inches. But what we found is with these newer trucks, all makes, your GMs, your Fords, your Dodges, all of them continue to get taller and taller for bed height. So we've gone actually in and made this a 53-inch gooseneck drop. And the reason for that is now we can adjust our coupler stem, get us bed clearance that we want, and have this trailer running level. Some older trailers you'll notice going down the road are either nosed up or you have no bed clearance at all, which is going to ding up your bed. But we've kind of taken a couple steps here just to kind of alleviate that, because we understand that that's not going away, those taller trucks. So I'll kind of step back and you can kind of get a good view here of this front dressing room with a closet tack behind it. Again, we've only gone in and added 1 foot to 1.5 feet, depending on a short wall size on our standard 3-horses, to do this closet tack setup. And one of the main reasons I like this is because now with this closet tack, it's completely sealed off from the front dressing room. So it'll just keep that front dressing room a lot cleaner. You're not having to smell saddles and blankets and any of that tack in this front dressing room. So if you're needing to hop in and change, you know, clothes at a show, you're wanting to spend the night in these trailers, this is really nice from that standpoint, because again, you're separate from your tack room itself. But it's not like this is just a tiny little front tack room on here. We've done some cool things. So one of the first things is you'll get your boot box. It's a 12-inch boot box that goes all the way across the gooseneck drop wall. It's really good for your kind of smaller miscellaneous items that can kind of bounce around in transit. And you can use it as a step to hop up into the gooseneck. And one of the other things about this is you've got your windows in your actual gooseneck, so you can create a cross breeze through here. You can throw a mattress, bedroll, sleeping bags, anything like that, and keep you nice and comfortable, especially with this insulated roof. We'll touch on that a little bit in the stall area. And then it's kind of an L shape, and as you work your way around the L shaped part, we've gone in and on this angled partition wall here, we've put you a shelf with clothes rod. There's a nice lip to it, so you can set some items up there. Again, they're not going to shift in transit. And again, just keeping everything nice and clean. You got some hooks up here. And one of the other things on these guys is it's actually framed for an AC unit. Now, we don't have the power here, so you'd have to add power and then obviously your air conditioning unit, but this part of it's already done. So that actually adds quite a bit of labor and time after the fact if you don't already have this framed when you go ahead and build the trailer itself. And then we put you a step. We put a step on each door there. It's just really nice from the standpoint of just transitioning from the ground into the actual tack area. And since this is a 3-horse, you're going to have a 3-tier recessed post. So all those are adjustable. You can add more. You can add more blanket poles if you'd like to. We've carpeted the entire tack area, so on the door and then all the walls of it. Put you some hooks up high. That way, you're not having any bridles or anything like that rub against the wall. And then we've also put you a 2-way roof vent in here. So there's not a window on this door. So if you're wanting to kind of air some stuff out, you can open that guy up as well, kind of get some airflow in this actual tack room. And then in this corner, we've gone in and put you a 25-gallon corner water tank. So you can pack some water with you if you've got a finicky horse. You just want to take some water with you. It's at the trailer. You don't have to go find it. That's just really handy from that standpoint. And then on the door, again, we carpeted it, but then you've got a 4-tier blanket pole rack. It's on a gas shock, so that swings out. And then you've got a brush tray on here for kind of some, again, little miscellaneous items. I'll go ahead and shut this door here. But one other thing is right above us here, we actually went in and put you a 16-inch awning light. So we've done load lights on each side of this trailer, the rear, and then you have interior lights in each tack room, stall area. But again, that one's kind of centered over these two. That way you've got kind of nice light coverage there. 2 6,000-pound rubber torsion Dexter axles. Standard aluminum wheels. These tires are balanced and nitrogen filled. So our nitrogen filled tires aren't going to fluctuate PSI levels like they would in air. If you do need to put air, if we have a slow leak, just a low tire, you can put air to these. But that's what your green tab means, is it's nitrogen filled. So again, your tires aren't going to fluctuate, causing blowouts. If you do, for some reason, have a blowout on this trailer, catch a nail, it can't be patched. You take some pictures of the codes on this, and in the first year, there's a no questions asked warranty with Lion's Head that Cimarron uses for that vendor. So you'll be able to get a brand new tire. From that standpoint, you get 2 years of roadside assistance as well. And then before we kind of move on, I also want you to notice this fender. So that's a bolt-on fender rather than a weld-on. And why that's important is that's actually going to be cheaper if for some reason you do damage. If you have a blowout and it tears it up, if you catch something driving, a horse dings it up, anything like that, it's a lot easier to swap out, because on weld-ons you got to cut them off, put the new one on, re-weld it. It just takes a lot more time, which means a lot more money. So that bolt-on's a lot nicer feature there. As we get to the back of the trailer here, So this is a dual entry, but it's a 40-60 setup, 40 on the left, 60 on the right. So you do just have a little bit bigger opening. There's no rear tack room on this trailer here. That's why you notice the strap rather than a bar. When you're opening that, with it being a piece of metal going across there, if a horse hits it, it's a large piece of aluminum coming at you, to where the strap, you know, if a horse hits it, you can drop it and it goes to the ground. If you wanted to go in and add a folding rear tack, if you wanted some additional storage, that can be done. Our service department can do that. Standard options on this guy here is we go in, you have solid dividers. This rear stall is actually a little bit bigger. You'll notice that this divider actually tucks inside the rear door. Some manufacturers will actually make this last stall a little bit shorter just to kind of cut some cost. But then you have this divider that can't go against the wall. It usually hits the back door about there. So this is all you can really do with that divider unless it's in the closed position. But we like to have that little bit extra length there. Stud divider at stall 1. And there is an access door at stall 1. So if you're only hauling 2 head, 1 head, you want to, you know, carry some additional items with you, this is a good place to do it, because you can access it from the access door. Things aren't getting underneath horses in transit. Nice tall kick wall, recessed paddle latches. These are the paddle itself is a heavy UHMW, so we're not having metal to metal contact, just creating a lot of noise in these trailers. Big bus windows, creating a lot of airflow. And then we've upgraded to the OptiBrite lights. So a little bit bigger LED lights in here, putting off a lot more lighting. So we mentioned it up front about this insulated roof, but I want to touch on that again. So the insulated roof is standard on every Cimarron. Why that's important is an aluminum sheeted roof that a lot of competitors use. You know, they cannot take hail, so then you're having to deal with either insurance or, you know, your value of your trailer's going down because it's been hailed on. This will take substantial hail, but then also your aluminum sheeted roofs will be a lot warmer, especially in the winter, in the summer months, as these trailers sit and just kind of just absorb the heat of the sun throughout the day. So on your Cimarron, this insulated roof keeps the stall area about 20% cooler. So it does make a big difference. When we show you different brands here at the lot in the summertime, you will notice a major difference when you stand in these trailers. I'll show you the drop windows on the outside for more airflow, but then you have 3 two-way roof vents in here as well. We haven't really talked structure, but you're standing on the industry's best floor right here. So it's a 12-inch deck, extruded deck that locks in. They're 4-inch centers. So 4-inch centers means wherever your horse is standing, just picture a hoof size, wherever they're standing on a support beam that goes across this floor. Well, why that's important is again, if you take care of this floor, it'll last you forever. When you get your centers spread farther apart, that's where you get your pits and waves in the floor of a trailer. So over here on the driver's side, there's the drop windows. We have them down that I mentioned in front. Your first one's a little bit smaller because it's actually built into the access door. And then 2 and 3 are the large openings, 39 inches that Cimarron builds. And these windows are big and stout, these drop windows. I mean, this is all framework around here. Again, these are items that we're gonna use every time we use this trailer, and it's gonna hold up as we're using these over the years. Jail bar folds down as well. So if you want to stop somewhere, fill up a bucket with your 25-gallon corner water tank, give them a drink somewhere as you're fueling up or just needing to stop. And then everything's keyed alike as well. So all these tack doors, rear doors, drop windows, everything has one key that goes to all of these guys here. And then there's that other 16-inch awning light on driver's side here. And then I'll open up this access door so you can kind of peek in there. You've got a chest bar that goes across it. But again, just nice from the standpoint of you can access some items in there if you are using this first stall for some storage. So let me give you the stock number on this trailer. So if you're interested in it, if you're interested in another 3-horse or a 4-horse version of this, we can help you out. Anybody on the sales team can help you out with that. We can also build you something too. So if you want to customize something, we can walk you through that process. But again, this is a 2021 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse gooseneck with a closet tack. Stock number is 5N201301. So give us a call. Again, anyone on the sales team can help you out. Our number is 303-684-3400. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.